any emotion whatsoever. It's very analytical, what I'm about to say, Rob. And I know your MO. I know your comebacks. You essentially just rip off what other people's have said in the past. You're a cover band of comebacks. Everything you say is something you already heard from somebody. You're doing Kevin and Brennan impressions. You take everybody's takes. You have no original thought whatsoever. You have none. And what I'm about to say, Rob, you're going to get really upset. And I know you're going to come back with I stole a credit card from a veteran, which isn't true, or a catalytic converter, which Anthony Cumia made up. You're going to say all that, Chad's fat, all that. We know. You heard it from somewhere else, so you're going to do it. We get it, Rob. Every single insult you've ever given, nothing lands, not one. And I know you were like upset I blocked you on Twitter. Well, I tried muting you because you're trying desperately to get my attention. And for some reason, you kept showing up in my at mentions, trying to get something going. And I had to block you because you're not funny, you're not original, and you're just taking up space. So I had to block you. It's not because I can't take it. Trust me, Rob. Trust me. Nothing you say has affected my day-to-day in any way. You're such a nothing. But what I'm about to tell you, Rob, is some of the best advice you'll ever get. You're not going to take it. I know it. You're going to take offense. I know this. But no one's truthful in this shit verse. Nobody's telling anybody the truth. John's saying you're talented, all this. No, you're not. You're not. You're the only one that will take his link. You're the only one that will go on John's show. And John, I'm not coming on your show because you're literally getting trolled by everyone. No one likes you, John. I know. You're the punching bag of the internet. You're a clown. You're a joke. And I'm sorry, dude. It's not even personal. It is what it is. There's no upside to going on your show. I'm not going to get new fans. I'm just going to get trolled. It's a bad look. It's not about making Kevin Brennan upset. It has nothing to do with that. Besides, and I mean that, Kevin's always treated me well. He pays me. So why would I want to fuck that up? Where I got a majority of my audience from that MLC verse anyway. So yeah, of course. Kevin pays me to go on a show. So of course I'm going to go on. Of course I'm going to be loyal to that. I'm not going to be like dumb like Ray. Yeah, it makes sense. And you're on Twitter talking all this shit. Oh, he's doing it for the money. He's doing it for. Yeah, I can't even believe you said that I can't believe you said that with a straight face, right? The only reason you came back to this universe is because Kevin paid you $3,500 to come back, and I paid you $1,500 to come on my show. You did it for the money. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going on Kevin's show, and I'm never going to do yours. It makes perfect sense. I don't know why that doesn't compute in your dumb, drunken mind. But, yeah, we're not going on your show. The only person you can get is Rob Saul because nobody wants Rob Saul on the show. He's not in demand. Nobody wants Rob Saul. There's a reason why he's been doing this shit for years and years and years, and nothing takes off with this guy. Nothing lands. Every reincarnation of that show and every co-host, nothing works for Rob. There's a reason why he can't crack 600 Twitter followers. Because, Rob, what I'm about to tell you right now, this is it. I'm sorry, I've been leading up to it. This is not personal. This is no emotion behind it. It's very analytical, and it's just me observing. And you could say whatever you want about me, and I'm opener, this, that, and all that. But the fact of the matter is, Rob, you're just not good at it. You're just not. You're not funny. You're not talented. You're not engaging. You're not interesting. There's nothing good about it. You're just not cut out for it. I know you grew up listening to Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony, and you wanted to do it. I've seen guys like you come and go. I've seen it time and time again. And you can say whatever you want, but I mean, I've been broadcasting, doing stand-up comedy we're going on 21 years in October. I actually got paid and actually had a real corporate radio gig where I made over $100,000 a year with health insurance, car, everything you can think of, endorsements. I did that, Rob. You've never done it. You just haven't. You've always had to maintain some sort of part-time work so you can pretend to be a radio guy, and you're not. You're really bad at it, Rob, and I'm just being honest. You should just stop. If it's not clicking, if it's not working, stop. Why are you trying to get monetized so badly? Even if you do get monetized, you're not going to get any super chats, barely any, a couple hate ones. That's it. But you're trying so hard going live every night, repeating the same shit again, using everybody else's insults or takes because you don't have an idea or a thought of your own. I mean, I'm watching it in real time, Rob. You're just not good. You're just not. It's not personal. You're not good. Even when you were sucking my dick on Kevin's show saying how funny I was, I was looking and go, this guy's not good. Even when there was no problems, I knew you were always a no talent. You know, I just knew it. And that's the difference between Anthony Cumia and I. I don't go on these guys' shows. I don't go on Steel Toe like Anthony did. I don't go on Rob Saul because it's a nothing show. It's beneath me. It really is. It's beneath anyone. It's beneath Ray to go on the Rob Saul show. Rob, no one thinks you're good. You're not funny. I know, bring on the haters. You're trying to own this like I'm a bad guy persona, like I'm the bad guy of the Dabbleverse. You could be the nicest guy ever, and they're still going to hate you. You could be kissing everyone's ass and being nice to everybody. They're still not going to like you. You're very unlikable. You're hard to look at. You're hard to listen to. You're twitchy. You got a terrible voice, and you're not funny. You're just not funny guy. You're not. Say whatever you want about me. Because I said it before, the funniest comedians in the fucking world think I'm hilarious, from Daniel Tosh to Nick Swartzen, to Florentine, your hero, to Godfrey. They all do. They all do. And I'd rather take their advice than yours any day of the week. And John, let's face it. I watched a little bit of your show. Like, you're not a headliner. You're done. You're not in comedy anymore. They canceled your show at Side Splitters because you couldn't sell tickets. You were at the Boca Black Box. You sold 8. So the days of Stuttering John going to the Laugh Factory in Vegas are over. It's just not. I headlined that too. I've done it all. But you're such an egomaniac that you don't have pride. You just don't have it to like open for somebody. You know who else opens for people? Kevin Brennan opens for Louis C.K. Well, he used to. You know who opened for Artie Lang? You. Yes. Bob Levy. It happens. I'm not a maniac about that shit. I never have been. I've never had an ego about where I go up in the lineup. Doesn't matter. Put me wherever. I'm going to kill. And I do. As Deb is my witness who saw me in Naples last week. As Tio Hank is my witness who saw me in Naples last week. It just happens. You guys can control the narrative. You can paint whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is, I'm a working comic. You're not. You're not, John. Your days are over. You're a 60-year-old man collecting super chats. And Rob Saul puts that down. And that's another thing, Rob Saul. Let's just say how it is, Rob. Let's just tell it how it is, Rob. Super chats, memberships, that is a form of tipping. I mean, Melton has a whole super tip system. You know why we're getting these? Because we're entertaining, we're funny, we're engaging. So we get tipped for being performers, giving content out, being funny. That's something it's foreign to you. Every single year I file taxes for being funny. Every single year. For over 20 years, that's happened. It's never happened for you. It's never going to happen for you. And that's the sad reality. Not one day someone's going to come around. You know what? Rob's a real talent. Where were we? We were sleeping on this guy. It's just not, Rob. I've seen guys like you come and go. You're so insignificant. You just don't mean anything. So I know you like to brag about your bartending job at age 43. You're like, yeah, I go there, I clock in, I do a good day's work, and I make drinks for people. Great. Good. I love the service industry. I'm a big fan. I grew up in the service industry. Love the service. I work in the service industry as a comic. Comics are the servers and bartenders' best friends. We Every time I do a club, I'm always give it up for the wait staff, everybody, your bartenders. Take care of them tonight. Throw down an extra couple bucks. But that's what you are. You're a bartender. And then you've always tried to play radio on the side, and it just doesn't work. But that's where your career's at, and you should focus on. Now, and again, I'm not putting down the service industry, but you have a child, and you're paying for that child because you're a bartender at age 43. So your life really hasn't panned out. You know, I know if I had a family, a child, I would totally would be working somewhere with benefits and a real salary, because it's not about you at that point. It's about your child and taking care of your child. But you're still in the service industry in your 40s. Last time I bartended for real was 2006 at a place called what the fuck was RJ's in Beverly Hills. It's no longer there. It was a rib joint. That's when I started comedy. That was the last time I bartended, and I liked it. It was fun. Bartending's great. It's great. It's a great job. But then again, I was in my early 30s, and eventually you got to grow up. You got to get a real job. Now, I don't have to get a real job, Rob, because I've been a successful stand-up for a long time. I've paid my dues. I make a living doing this. Even with the YouTube, it's entertaining. They super chat me. They Venmo me. It's great. They like what I put out there. I know it's foreign to you, even though you're trying your hardest to get monetized. But even when you get monetized, it's not going to happen, Rob. You may make 10, 15 bucks here and there, but that's it, Rob. And I'm just being honest. Again, very analytical. I can watch things and I could size something up, and you just don't have it. There's not one person ever in your life that said you were funny or a talent. Nobody. Nobody's ever said that about you, Rob. And I'm only talking about this, and you're going to take it personal. I know you are. You're going to think I'm coming after you, or I'm not. I'm not coming after you. I'm just pointing out the obvious. I can assess a situation, and I can go ahead and come to a conclusion on what that is. And that's what it is with you, Rob. That's what it is. You're just not a talented guy. And listen, I might be going to AC soon. I'm going to go visit my buddy Ken Mosca out there. I'll come out, and wherever you bartend, I'll come to your place. And this is no threat, dude. No fighting. We're not doing that. I'm not throwing punches. I'm going to ask for your section. And I want to sit there and I want to see you do your thing. I want you to wait on me. Okay? I want you to suggestive selling, start you off with some chicken fingers or mozzarella sticks. I want all of it. I want the Rob Saul experience. I want to order a drink from you and food. I might have you run back to the kitchen and get me ranch dressing and some ketchup. I'm going to have you running around. I want to see you waiting on me, because you're a server, you're a bartender, you're in the service industry. So we're going to have you serve me. And I'm going to tell you to take the food back and warm it up. I'm going to ask to speak to your manager. I'm going to do it all, Rob. We're going to have fun. I want to see you bartending. I want to be there, and I want to see if you say all these insults to my face that you've taken from other people. You've never came up with an original insult on your own. You just have to lift it from someone else. So I'll come out there, and it's fine. I'll bring Ken Mosca. We'll sit down. And Rob, I will leave you a 20% tip. 20%. I promise you that. Not a dime over or under. 20% for your services. For bussing the table, filling up my drink, bringing me ranch, bring me a napkin. We're gonna have fun, buddy. And I'm gonna give you that 20%. So you can't tell anybody Chad didn't tip. Chad tipped 20%. 20%, Rob. You're a server. That's what you do. You support a child on the service industry's money and tips. You get tipped, much like a super chat, except we get tipped for being entertaining and funny. You get tipped for making drinks and clearing off the table and wiping it down. That's how you make your living. Wiping up the tables, putting the drinks in the bus tub, taking them back to the dishwasher. Here's 20%. Boom. Now go buy some diapers for your child. And yes, that was a beatdown, Rob. That's the difference between me and you, is I know how to do this. You don't. Rack me.